I was travelling through Argentina when I had a knee injury and I wasn't able to do as much hiking as I wanted. At around that time I'd been reading about George Megan, who was the first man to walk the length of the earth. The idea just popped into my head, and you have 3 seconds to make a decision and run with it, or you'll never go for it. The journey is 30,000 kilometres from the bottom of South America to the top of North America. That distance is the equivalent of 1/6 of what a person will walk in their lifetime. My name is Lucy Barnard, and I'm making an attempt to become the first woman to walk the length of the earth from Argentina to the United States. Three, 425 kilometres from the border. I'm still nervous. I mean, half of that is still at altitude, and then it'll be way faster. Yeah, I don't want to get overconfident, because the thing is I need time to sort out Wombat, and there's always dramas at borders, especially the further north I go. So, and because I'm on foot and because I'm going to be on my own, if someone wanted to cause trouble for me, it would be really easy. Hey Wombat, what's this? What's this? Hey, you there? You want to come with me? Ever since I got to Peru, I haven't been able to rest because of my visa situation, so it's been 5 months since I've had a rest, and I'm not going to get another one for at least another 3 months once I've left here. So I would have been walking for 9 months without stopping. But if one of us gets hurt, that could very well cause problems logistically, legally. And the problem as well is I can leave, but like I may not be able to live with Wombat. And the great Ecuadorian race begins. 90 days to get through all of that.
The biggest gap between towns is about 70 kilometres, so it's not too bad. It's like 2 days and a bit.
Well, the mapping is all done, so that bit's a huge chunk of work resolved. Like definitely the biggest job is making sure that there's going to be food where there's food, and checking on satellite imagery that towns that are said to be where they are actually exist. And at the same time I have to exercise the never-ending exerciser. And people worry about you. They're like, it's cruel. Dogs aren't meant to walk long distance, don't you know? How's his paws? How are my paws? Go.
go.
Over the last year of the journey, I've really found my feet. I really had to work hard to get through the Atacama Desert. The Atacama Desert is in Chile and it is known to be the driest and hottest desert in the world. It runs from Chile and into Peru over the distance of 1,000 kilometres. I had taken on a hiking trailer which I could pull behind me and carry about 40 kilos worth of water, but even that wasn't sufficient. I would often walk anywhere between 40 and 60 kilometres per night. But again, the people were really kind and helpful, so the police drove 300 kilometres to find me and make sure that I was okay and to bring me more water. The people there were the kindest that I've met along the way so far. So fast forwarding to the last 6 months, I've toughened up and I've become more resilient. Even though I've gone from walking on flat terrain, now that I'm crossing mountains and walking through altitudes above 4,000 metres, it's still a battle. I find that I can take it in my stride a lot more easily.
This is bread that's made only in this area. Other provinces prefer different types of bread, but this is probably my favourite. And we've put butter, avocado and salt inside. Should have bought a lime, but it's good. Sometimes I stay in abandoned houses to save me from setting up a tent so I can get away earlier. It's a bit harder here because people go to sleep earlier than they do in Chile, but in Chile if it's late and there's no lights on, you can pretty much guarantee it's abandoned. And there's a quietness to the house as well, so usually when I see a house, if it looks like there are just signs that say that no one's been in there, I always check for footprints. What's this? This for you? He's like, I'm not going to risk anything. No wobbles today. Are you hungry? You want some dinner? This tuna is about 1 sol. So it's 50 cents. And Wombat loves it, and he's not going to stuff up his manners at the risk of missing out. Where are your manners? Where are they? You wait. Wait. No. Wait. Okay. That was not Wombat. Do not accuse Wombat of the bread. Hide the ball. Go find someone else to feed you. We could have had a beautiful upstairs area, but it was just going to be a little bit awkward getting the hound upstairs. Okay, it's 4 soles and esta es
Esta
dos.
viene envasada, está un sol y está
Oh,
cuatro.
un sol. Okay, this is 1 sol, this is 4 sols. This is a kilo, this is 150, so it's at a much higher rate. Y tengo que comprarlo completo? That's $6, more or less. For 2 bags of oats, 2 ice blocks, a big bottle of water, a big bottle of juice, 2 muffins, sugar, and some milk. This year I had stayed in a hostel twice. One time because I was sick. Yeah, both times. And the other time because I was cold and all my stuff had frozen. Good boy. When I get to town, I usually get in early. Quite stressful because there's a lot of people and I'll have made a list of what I need. Or just a mental list. And I'll know how many days I have until the next town. I'll usually get a meal in town, maybe a chocolate and a Gatorade or some sort of a electrolyte drink, and then I get out as quickly as I can because it's easier to get camping out of town. Sometimes I'm lucky, but so this is a big town that we're in now, but if I'm in a small town, often someone will offer to host me so I don't have to leave. Forward. Drop. Typically because I'm on a budget, I'll just pass on and find camping, and I'm so used to camping now that it's not a problem. This is why he's only ever going to carry water. Yeah. You're gonna have to swim, mate. Come. Okay, off you go. Till dinner. Each morning I wake up at about 5:30 and I take an hour between waking up, having breakfast and packing up my equipment and tent, and I can be walking by 6:30. And then I'll continue on into the evening, but I always stop at about 5 o'clock so that I have time to find a safe place to camp where I can sleep well and don't have to worry about people or other animals interrupting us. I usually camp in areas that are beautiful, so I'll spend more time trying to find those, but I never camp near the road or where people can see me, and I'm always in bed with my light off by nightfall so that I don't give away my location. 1,542 kilometres. That's if I do Ecuador because it's going to be steeper. There's nothing else left to throw out. Ew, that's worrying. So I might actually have less than 90 days because I've already been there. You cannot reset your visa. The 90-day limit is an aggregate amount you spend in the country over the course of a year. If I overstay, I'll be banned for 6 months. Problem is, if you get caught, you get deported. Anyway, let's see. 70 days divided by 1,600. That's 22 kilometres every single day. Or 32 kilometres a day. 20 days off. Kind of good. In that I get to rest more because I'm walking less days. I can make the route easier, sure, but it's not as safe. So it's kind of like that is the best route. We need chocolate. like, I find people in Peru are happier than other countries, and I think, like, they go to bed earlier, and then they have these beautiful mornings that everyone is always, not everyone, but really good morning. How to do it.
I wouldn't really say that there was anything in my upbringing that set me apart from other people and that led me to this expedition. We used to go on hikes with our dad, and he would never follow a trail, and he would always famously tell us it was a short walk, and then we'd come back really late at night after a really, really long walk. Having that milestone shift, especially in time and distance, really toughens you to have a lot of grit so that you can push through when times are difficult. The greatest gift from this expedition will be that I inspire people to do the things that really make them happy in life. It doesn't matter whether someone's male or female or young or old. It would just be really nice if they saw this as an example of going against the grain and doing something that really makes you happy, and not necessarily pursuing the life that you think you have to lead.
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.